You know how I did that video the other day about how Instagram is constantly congratulating me now because my reels hit 500 views? It's not doing that anymore. You know why? Because they're always hitting 500 views. So when I was talking about being manipulated by outside circumstances or people telling you that you're doing the right thing or getting external validation, this is even more messed up than I thought, because now that my reels are hitting more than 500 views, it doesn't even recognize that anymore. Like, it doesn't recognize that that's progress because it's already raising the bar for me. So I imagine I'm probably going to start getting, notifications saying like, congratulations, your reels have now hit 1,000 people. And that becomes the new normal, which is so messed up, because what once was good enough, now Instagram is saying is no longer good enough. And now they're going to make me wait until 1,000 views before they congratulate me. This is exactly why I said that I don't care about Instagram's, validation of me. I don't want to be looking at that as something that I need, because number one, I don't care, and number two, it's just like an outside circumstance. So when we are constantly looking to the outside to validate us, that's not going to provide satisfaction to us, because until I believe in myself and in my own ability to, have the impact that I want to have, then it's not going to matter at all. So yeah, Instagram once again is manipulating me to think about my success in the way that they want me to think about it, and that they even consider it success that 500 or 1,000 people are viewing these videos. Like, that's not what success is to me at all. The success, quote unquote, that I'm worried about is for myself, and like, how am I using these videos to keep me on track, to keep doing what I want to be doing, to keep working out, to keep eating right, to keep myself healthy. Like, that's where the success comes in for me. But Instagram isn't congratulating me on that. Instagram just cares about the views. Like, that's so monumentally epic of a statement, that Instagram only cares about views. They don't care about what's actually the true meaning of something that's healthy or that makes me happy. They consider it a success if other people see it. It's so twisted. It's so twisted. Because again, it's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do here. Like, now I gotta figure out how to move this over yonder so I can go to the other side. What I care about is what I'm doing right now. The fact that I am actually here with my mom, who I've never once in my life, not once, gone to the gym with. And I said, hey, I want to go to the gym because I didn't go on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Do you want to come with me? And she said, right now? I said, yeah. She's like, sure, I could walk on the track while you do what you're doing. I said, okay, cool, Mom. Like, that's success. Instagram's not going to. Instagram is definitely not going to congratulate me for that, because they don't even know about that. But like, how cool is it that I get to do something like this where my mom's got her own thing going on, and here I am in the studio where there's nobody else. Like, it's so calm and peaceful in here, and I am so excited to be able to, share something like this with my mom that in 40 years I've never done. Like, that is the exciting part for me. So whereas Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, they're going to constantly be congratulating me for how many people see what I'm doing, what I'm congratulating myself for is just doing, not how many people are seeing it. None of this matters. I've been talking on this video for 4 minutes and 22 seconds already. Like, that's also pretty cool. Yep. Now you see what I do when I do these planks. We just dropped my brother off at the airport, and I would say that it was definitely the best kind of like weekend or 2-day, 3-day thing that we've had as a family in a really long time. And he was just so pleasant from the time that we picked him up from the airport until the time we dropped him off. And he said, yeah, like, I'm making an effort because life is too short to be grumpy. And that made such a difference for me, because like, his energy that he was bringing actually rubbed off on me. So then I was more pleasant. I was not arguing with anybody. I was, being pleasant myself, asking questions and just being nice. And him and I, sometimes we have that relationship where it's a brother-sister relationship, we just can get into little petty fights and stuff. And we did not this Christmas. It was very amazing and very different, and definitely something that I'm super happy about, because it allowed us to have just a different type of relationship than we're used to having. Why do we think this is? Yeah, it's because of my brother, for sure. And also because I've been going into this Christmas thinking about, like, how can I be better in terms of how I'm acting and what I'm bringing to the table. And so I was also paying attention to my own behavior and not letting just circumstances dictate how I'm going to be around my family, but actually choosing it myself. And by doing that, then you got two people, I didn't know he was going to be doing this, but you got two people who are intentionally going into Christmas thinking, how can I be my best self around my family? And we both apparently did that. And I'm telling you, it was great. It was actually great. And I think with family, it's probably the hardest person to change how you're acting around, because we're so used to the family dynamics and the dysfunction, and we've known each other our entire lives, and so there's these weird dynamics that happen when you have all this history with somebody. So it's hard to just change how you're going to act on a dime, and be a different way. But me and him both did that. So my mom, as soon as we dropped him off at the airport, she was like, this Christmas was just so nice with both of you here, and we had such a good time. And it's true, we did. We did, because we made that happen. That didn't just happen because of the circumstance. That happened because we actively chose for it to be that way. So that's what, we can choose how we want our lives to go. That's one example of a Christmas situation, but I do think it's one of the hardest dynamics to work with. But it just shows that we are capable of having different relationships with people, even ones that we have known our whole lives, even ones that we would typically be fighting with, or just having little petty things. Me and my brother have a great relationship, but just those little petty things that happen when you're under one roof. But we can change that. We can change how we are. We can change it every single day. And it comes down to us. It comes down to what exactly we are choosing and how we are being different. And in our case, we did that, and we did such a good job. I'm really, now that I'm thinking about what went down, sorry, I gotta move this again. Now that I'm thinking about what went down, it's like, holy cow, that's amazing. It's amazing to even just come to the recognition of actually, this is within my control. Even if I've been acting like it's outside of my control for 40 years now, as an adult who is looking at my consciousness and kind of raising awareness about who I want to be and how I want to be, I can say, oh shoot, I actually play a role in this. I actually can maneuver this in a different way. I can change how I act so that I change the outcome of what's happening with my family. What if we all did that? What if we all just went 2 feet forward to say, you know what, I'm going to change how I'm acting around my family. Not asking anybody in my family to change. Not saying I wish my mom could be different, or my brother, or my aunt, or my uncle, or my cousin. Not saying anything about anybody else except ourselves. It would be like a showstopper. I think, people would get along better. They would have more fun. They would laugh more. It would be a lighter experience. It would truly change people's lives. It would change their families forever if we all just went into it like this. And so I think that what went down with my family this week, is a direct there's a direct correlation to what I've been doing the last 6 months of my own self-work, and having a coach and all of that, and working out and writing and reading and journaling and doing group coaching and all of that. The results of that, the fruit of the labor, is already coming out in terms of dynamics with people that I know extremely well. So if it can change with somebody that I know extremely well, that I've known my whole life, then it can also change with other people around me based on how I'm putting myself out there. And is it coincidental that my brother came in to our Christmas week saying, hey, I'm going to put my best foot forward? Is that coincidental? It's not something I talked to him about. It's something that I also thought about myself, of I know how I'm going to act at our family gatherings. But that's an energetic thing too. He picked up on it. He doesn't even have Instagram. He's not on social media. He doesn't know what I've been doing. I don't talk about this a lot with my family, but he somehow picked up on the, hey, we're changing how we act around each other energy, and said, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. So I don't think that's coincidental at all. I think it's actually quite not coincidental. It is quite logical that it's happening, because when we make positive changes in our lives, we inspire people around us, even if that's just only energetically. And I don't even know who I'm inspiring. That's not why I'm doing this. Like, I'm doing this for me, and I'm documenting my own process and really like processing out loud via these Instagram videos. That's why some of them are more coherent than others, because it's just me talking out my thoughts and feelings about it all. But if I were to actually say, what am I doing here? It's shifting the energy of everyone and everything around me. It is not just for me, but it's happening such that what I do for me actually expands to everybody else around me. It's amazing. How many minutes are we at? 12. All right, let's go back over here. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. This is harder when I'm not just listening to music. And now we gotta kick it up a notch. I gotta do leg lifts too. This is actually, it's fun. It's a new challenge. Yay. This is a great way to warm up too, just because I don't want to just go in and start doing weights cold. So I gotta get this in first. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say, like, this is also related to my last video of like not focusing on the results. Like, by focusing on the process, the results just come. So I didn't lose weight and become more toned because I was thinking, oh, I need to lose weight and oh, I need to become more toned. That's not how it happened. The only reason that happened is because I wasn't focused on that. I was focused on, how can I have fun at the gym? How can I find a workout that works for me and that I like? How can I become more flexible and like move my body more? By doing that, and by, like right now you can't see what I'm doing, I'm going like this. By doing that and just being like, oh, hey, this is kind of fun, I'm having a good time. By focusing on that as opposed to the results, that's where the shift came for me. You know, like I've had times before in my life where I've said, oh, I want to lose X number of pounds, and it's so frustrating because you're just focused on that number of pounds, and when it's not happening, it gets even more frustrating. So I say, throw out that mentality and adopt the mentality of like, how can I have more fun at the gym? How can I breathe more at the gym? And, you know, find the things that work for me to just have a good time, that when I walk out of here, I'm feeling that high that you have seen in many of my other videos. That's what's worked. So it's like through those things, through the fun and through the breathing, that I've been able to find my groove in coming to the gym of like, oh my God, I gotta get there. That's why like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day were so much of a downer in terms of my body, because I didn't go to the gym. So I can see the direct correlation of how I feel when I don't go to the gym, because I'm always at the gym. So the 2 days that I haven't gone to the gym, and say the last, like, I don't even know, my streak has been real strong. So let's say the last couple months that I've been to the gym every day. So then all of a sudden I don't go to the gym for 2 days. Like, yeah, my body's gonna feel that. It's gonna be telling me something like, hey, you know, it's actually better when you go to the gym and you have more energy and are more focused and are more happy about life, excited. So that's the thing, is like, that is the trick to stop worrying and start enjoying. And by the more that you enjoy, the less you stop worrying, the more the results that you want actually come. Nobody told me that until somewhat recently, when my coach has been telling us that in our program, and since I've been coaching other people to do the same thing. And once I started doing that, it's a game changer. It's a game changer entirely. Like my brother, when he saw me this week, he was like, you look like you're like 30 years old. He just like can't get over it. He's like, you know, I don't know. He was really like patting me on the back for what I've been doing once I told him about it, because it takes a lot. But the thing is like, I didn't start this thinking that I needed to conquer the world. I just started it by saying, okay, I just need to go every day. Like, stop making excuses and start going every day. And have I pitched a perfect team? Definitely not. Absolutely, I have not. And there have been days where I haven't been able, or I haven't made time to go to the gym, and I'm not beating myself up about that at all. What I am saying though is that I notice a difference. Like I can very much tell on the days that I don't go to the gym that I have less energy. So if that's just that, if it was that scientific experiment that we knew that going to the gym gives us more energy, then well, okay, if you want more energy, go to the gym. Like, it's not rocket science. It's not hard. It is not hard. The consistency is built over time. So when we break it down into small actionable steps and just say, what do I need to do today? Then it also becomes easier. We're at 17:36, okay. Then it also becomes easier because you're just doing it in these like bite-sized little chunks. You're not worrying about, oh, it's gonna happen in a month from now. That would be completely overwhelming. Or even like, oh, it's gonna happen next week. No, the only thing that I'm worried about today is how do I get to the gym today? How do I actually move my body, because I know it's gonna have X, Y, and Z results for me. All right, gotta move this again. Oh, we're almost to 20 minutes. I don't ever do this without music, so this is real weird for me to be talking this whole time. But that's another thing, is I like to switch it up, of giving myself a new challenge. Make sure my form's good. Giving myself a new challenge so that I'm not always doing the same thing all the time. I don't really know how much I can talk anymore though. I think I got all my ideas out for right this second, which also feels good because I'm externally processing while I'm moving my body, while I'm strengthening my muscles, sharpening my mind. It's like a win-win-win. All right, in the home stretch. So yeah, I think all this to say that it is such a fun time to just play with yourself and figure out how you can just adjust the levers, or how I can adjust the levers on the things that I'm doing so that I can feel better about my life. And the more I do it, the more I see that it's actually way more simple than one might think, because we know the answers already. Like, I know that going to the gym is going to be good for me. So instead of ignoring that and making excuses for not going to the gym, then I can choose to find ways to go to the gym and feel better and happier. It's not rocket science. That's the best part, is that anybody can do it. It just comes down to the desire to try it and stay consistent one day at a time. I don't know if anybody's still watching this video. If you are, thanks for supporting me in all the ways that you do, and I am happy to be able to share my story with people, and I will keep doing so because it's also something that helps me. Whew. Okay, 20 minutes and 35 seconds.